Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. And videos a day from Courtney Ryan. How to look better than other men. Women notice this. Let's check out what she has to say about this. Please like, subscribe below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. Chow time.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to look better than other guys and stand out in the best way, with a focus here on style and fashion. These are easy things you can incorporate and keep in mind to instantly elevate your outfits and look better. No matter your personal style, body type, or age demographic, these tips and versatile items can work for you. Now, some of these are items that I recommend to you guys pretty often, but I wanted to go a step further here and explain the versatility and appeal of each item, and more specifically,
I also want to talk about a little bit something. Facials and men's skin, face skin. It matters. It really fucking matters, guys. As much as you guys want to call me gay or whatever the fuck, because I care about my face, I get my eyebrows threaded and I get facials and I have a face routine other than T-channeling. Sorry, T-channeling. But yeah, I get compliments on my skin constantly by women. I get compliments on my eyebrows. Women notice all these things that I do to myself. Why? Because I look different from other men. Most men have very dry skin, don't really take care of their face. My face looks always dewy when I go out and it looks healthy. Women notice that shit. And they notice it to such a degree, especially when they're close to you. And like, women will just, like, servers will come, drop an item down for me, and they look at me real quick and they're just like, oh wow. They'll literally stop what they're doing and say, you have such amazing skin, you have such amazing eyebrows, oh, you look so great. And I don't even dress differently. I dress with the same shirt, like same dark jeans majority of the time. I don't change my outfit, but my face looks very on point. My haircut I do every 2 weeks. I do my eyebrows every 2 weeks, the same day as my haircuts. It makes a difference. As much as you guys want to say it's gay, it makes you feminine, what is the problem of taking care of yourself and making yourself feel better and look better? Why is that gay?
Why it will look great on you and how it can make you look better. And because this is from my perspective, I'll also share the added bonus of why women like these items too. Okay, the first thing that's going to make you look better, and dare I say, better than most other guys, is adding layers. This is such an easy way to take your outfits from boring and basic to unique and stylish. Utilizing layers in your outfit instantly gives you dimension and makes your clothes look more interesting, especially if you gravitate towards basics and rather simple pieces of clothing. Layers are a fantastic way to show that you have good taste and create a...
Oh, so like an outer shirt with an inner shirt with different colors? That's what layering is, I'm assuming. Again, I'm not in the fashion, guys, so I'm just taking this in as you guys are. I can see that. I do see a lot of guys wearing, a nice shirt over, their t-shirts and stuff like that.
Whole new look. It's also a great way to get added versatility out of your wardrobe, which I personally love and always recommend to you guys. In the summer, when it's maybe too hot for a true jacket, an example here of how to add layers would be to wear a white t-shirt under a linen button-down with the sleeves rolled up. Adding that linen button-down on top of the white t-shirt gives your outfit a completely different look than the solid t-shirt would standing alone. Or
I can agree with that. I'm just more basic. I like just a solid black t-shirt. It looks good on me. Black looks good on me. I think black looks good for most people.
Even the linen button down on its own. If it's really hot, you could also go for a white tank under a short sleeve Cuban collar or something similar. Again, these are just examples that I'm throwing out to sort of paint the picture for you. You don't have to do exactly what I'm saying. But there's also something called the five.
I like Courtney Ryan. I think these little videos are actually very good advices for men, because a lot of men don't know how to dress. I personally don't really know how to dress, other than, I picked a particular outfit that looked good on me, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to multiply this outfit every day. That was me. But for other men, yeah, you guys have a different wardrobe. You guys have different things, and some of you guys might not know how to dress. I 100% agree with some of the things that Courtney is trying to do. That's why we're going to analyze, does it make sense or doesn't make sense?
5-point rule, which is basically that your outfit should have 5 components. Now, this won't always be necessary or apply to what you're wearing, but it can be a helpful point to start at, especially if your clothes are just solid colors with no texture or pattern. Adding those little extra things in can be really helpful for adding dimension and giving them a little bit of a personal flair. So an example here could be a pair of shorts above the knee, a white t-shirt, maybe a flowy button-up on top, a watch, and a pair of sunglasses.
You know, it's funny, it was in high school. I'll tell you guys this now. I wore shorts, basketball shorts, every single day of my high school career. And I mean every single day. It didn't matter how cold it was. It doesn't matter whatever. Nowadays, I can't wear shorts for shit. It just looks awkward on me. I feel weird wearing shorts. So I just wear jeans all the time. So
this is easy peasy and way more interesting than if you just wore plain shorts and a plain t-shirt. The next thing that's going to make you look better is upgrading your shoes. This might ruffle some feathers, but here
I 100% agree with this. I see men that are dressed pretty well wearing Jordans or wearing like sneakers, like sneakerhead type sneakers. And it blows my mind. It really ruins your look. To me, it looks a little goofy. Just personally, when you're wearing a normal outfit, then you have like flashy Jordans on. The Jordans usually do not fit the outfit majority of the time.
Hear me out. It is time to upgrade your shoes. Shoes can make or break an outfit, and this could be the thing that is making you give off frat bro versus distinguished gentleman.
100% agree. Women look. The biggest things they look at is your face, your body, and then they look down at your feet. They look at your shoes, how dirty you are, how it fits. For some reason, shoes really matter to women. They look down because they all look at their own shoes and other women's shoes. So they look at your shoes. If your shoes are dirty, they're dirty. Who likes dirty shoes? But if you keep them clean and you have nice semi-dress shoes, I use Kohans. I wear Kohans majority. Like that's usually the only pairs I wear. Other than when I go play tennis and stuff, I have tennis shoes. But Kohans, they're nice wing tips. They're cloth shoes, somewhat slip-on-ish or not. And then they just look very professional, but still look not professional like a loafer or like, say, a Ferragamo shoe or something.
Well-maintained shoes reflect attention to detail and personal grooming, which are often associated with a higher level of sophistication and style. So whether your shoe style is just outdated or you've quite literally run them into the ground and they're hanging on by a thread, upgrade your shoes and you will see an immediate improvement in your outfit.
Let me show you guys my shoes. This is what I wear. Just nice little basic sneaker, but it has wingtips. It's cloth. It looks somewhat dressy, but not dressy. Has some leather to it. Nice coloring. That's what I wear personally. And these shoes are very light and comfortable. They're not cheap shoes. They're about $100. I always go to the outlet to buy them. I never buy them from the regular store because I'm a cheapie. I like going to outlets to save money. But similar shoes to these are going to look a lot better than the normal sneakers, the Adidas, the normal Nikes and stuff. Just in my opinion, I could be wrong, but Courtney seems to agree with me.
Well-maintained shoes reflect attention to detail and personal grooming, which are often associated with a higher level of sophistication and style.
I did learn this when I was younger about the shoes thing.
So whether your shoe style is just outdated or you've quite literally run them into the ground and they're hanging on by a thread.
That's us. I have underwear that have holes that are probably hanging on a thread. I still haven't thrown them away. Why? Because sentimental value.
Upgrade your shoes and you will see an immediate improvement in your outfits. This one is really going to depend on where you live and what your style is, but I do think there are a lot of shoes for men out there that either give off a very juvenile look or a look that is just too mature.
The juvenile look, I would say like Jordans, and then the too mature look would say loafers. Those are the two that I'm seeing in my head.
So instead of a pair of Hey Dudes that make you look like you've given up on your life, go for a nice leather loafer instead.
Really? I guess I was wrong.
Of a pair of running shoes with all your...
It just looks so awkward wearing leather shoes without socks. Is it just me?
nice outfits, go for an elevated leather sneaker. And while we're here, stop wearing running shoes with outfits that aren't athleisure, and bada bing, you already look better than probably 60 to 70%
Agreed. This is a big problem, guys. I 100% with this.
of other guys. This is such a common mistake I see men make that throws off the look of an entire outfit. The shoes that you wear to go for a run or go to the gym shouldn't be the sneakers you wear with your nice outfit on, say, something like a first date. Next thing here that's going to make you look a heck of a lot better is following the rule of thirds. This is really just about understanding proportions and how to use clothing to your advantage. This is going to completely change the way that you look at your outfits and will make them so much more visually appealing. The proportions of your clothing can either elongate or shorten the body. This is why following the rule of thirds can be helpful. Essentially, you want your shirt to be 1/3 of your body and then your pants to be 2/3.
Yeah, that looks about right.
I'll show some examples here to make it a little bit easier for you. I know me showing you my outfit as I'm sitting down in a chair and a woman is probably not helping you very much. If you're wearing something like a long baggy shirt, this is going to make your legs appear shorter, reducing your perceived height.
Makes
The height of your
sense.
pant waist can make a difference here as well. So wearing trousers with a higher waist paired with a shorter jacket can make your legs appear longer and create the appearance of added height.
I see. Visual effects, men. Women are good at this. Women are good at, optical illusions. So them giving us a little bit of tips here and there, I think it makes sense.
It's also just going to look much more interesting visually than wearing, say, a shirt that takes up half your body and then pants that take up half your body and sort of having a 50-50 split. Sometimes that looks okay and there's nothing wrong with it, but if you want your outfits to look better, which is the point of this video, I think following the rule of thirds can be really helpful, especially
I do agree that men, as us men, we wear our pants a little bit too low. I'm not talking about people that sag. I'm just talking about in general, we wear our pants a little lower than it should be. If you actually pulled it up a little bit and got to the right seam area, it does look better. I do admit about that because I noticed that more recently with my jeans, because my jeans sit like below my waist a little bit, just how my jeans usually sit. And then I realized, oh, if I actually pulled it up a little bit above like my, I guess, fupa area or whatever, that fits better. Everything just feels better when it's up there and actually looks better too.
if you're going to be adding on layers. If your base layer follows the rule of thirds, and then say you add on a longer wool coat or some sort of jacket, it will make your entire outfit look more visually appealing. I could honestly probably make an entire video about proportions and how this can help you. I did a video not too long ago about how to appear taller, and I talked about proportions quite a bit in that video as well, and just some things that you can do to make clothing work in your favor and use it to your advantage instead of it doing the opposite. So definitely check out that video if you haven't already as well. I think that could be really helpful. The next thing that you can do to instantly look better is to roll your sleeves up. A crisp button down with the sleeves rolled up. And you have absolutely heard me say this before if you've seen any of my fashion videos. But the rolled up sleeves are really the secret sauce for this one. Roll those sleeves up, show a little bit of your forearm. This just gives off a sense of casual confidence and a willingness to get things done. A bit of a hands-on attitude, like pushing up your sleeves, ready to go. It just makes you look.
I agree with this. So during my insurance era, when I was selling life insurance, which I still do, but I was like really going hard on it. Yeah, I would be dressed up to the nine in dress shirts all the time. And I notice when I don't roll up my sleeves, I just look more stiff. I look more anal, I guess you want to say. But with the rolled up sleeves, it does show my forearm, and I have them decent forearms. It just makes it look more approachable. And I agree with her on that. And it looks better. I do the triple roll to where it's just right below or right above my elbow. So
look effortlessly cool and relaxed. I love it. I know so many other women love it as well. And the rolled up sleeve looks even better if you're wearing my next point here, which is a watch. Now, I stand firm on the statement that every single man looks good with a watch on and looks better with a watch on. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what your personal style is or what size wrist you have. A watch simply looks good on anyone except an Apple Watch. Those don't count. And unfortunately, they are the watch that I see the most out in the wild. So if you are a guy who's not wearing an Apple Watch and you're actually wearing a real watch, you're instantly winning.
damn, Courtney, a real watch. Apple. You got trashed.
And while we're here, let me also just say this. If you're a man who wears an Apple Watch with your suits, straight to jail, you look like a spy kid, get yourself a real watch and take that crap off, all right? Tough love from me.
I so would agree. The Apple Watches don't look that great. I've never liked the looks of them. They always look kiddish. So I do agree with the Spy Kids thing.
Today, but I had to say it. A watch is by far my favorite accessory for men, and I know so many other women think the same. Every time I get on my Instagram story and I do a poll or a Q&A or something like that asking women for their opinion, this is always one of my #1 submitted responses. It's just a classy accessory that makes you look sophisticated and more put together. Who knew such a small detail could pack such a punch? It's also a great way to add a little something extra to your outfit without overdoing it, especially if you're not really into accessories. The next thing that's going to make you look
I do like watches. I happen to have lost my last watch. I went bowling, and when I bowl with both arms, so I can't, it feels weird with the watch on. So I took my watch off, left it on the counter at the bowling alley, and then freaking left. I was so upset. But yes, I do agree. I have a black watch. I used to have a black watch, all black with the mesh band. Looked wonderful on my outfit. I wore it all the time. I'm just sad that I lost it.
so much better is to dial in your fit. Knowing your body type will help you find clothes that are actually flattering on you. In addition to that, knowing your correct measurements and wearing clothes that actually fit you properly. As I always say, and I've been saying since the beginning of my time here on YouTube, fit is everything. Well,
100%. I know back in the 90s and early 2000s, everything was oversized. You know, when you looked at Steve Harvey and you looked at all of the kings of comedy, every single one of those guys are wearing super oversized suits, like literally drowning in the suits. Now it's not like that anymore. It's just like how this is. You know, you fully fit everything. Like my shirts are tight, but not overly tight, but they fit my body very well. There's not much loose fabric flowing around. Same thing with my pants.
well-fitted clothes will flatter your body shape and enhance your overall look. They can accentuate your best features and create a more streamlined and proportional appearance. Now, by well-fitted, I don't necessarily mean clothing that clings to you or that is super tight to your body. I mean clothing that fits properly for the style of the item and also on your body specifically. When garments drape and hang correctly without excess fabric or sagging, or on the flip side, without puckering or stretching from being too tight, they're going to appear more refined and well made.
Agreed.
And they're going to make you and your body look better in the process as well. So to wrap this one up here, I know I covered a few different things, but know your body type, know your measurements, and understand the way that you like your clothes to fit that accentuate those things.
Yeah, you might have to go to quite a bit of different stores and different fits. What I found was the 32 degrees shirts and then the Uniqlo shirts really fit me well, really fit my body type well. I'm slightly, as an Asian guy, I'm pretty slim, but I do have a little bit broader shoulders than most Asians, but it fits really well even though I wear Asian type clothing.
You know, you could have very nice clothing, but if it doesn't fit you properly, it's not going to look as good as it could. Wearing clothing that
100%.
doesn't fit properly is a mistake that I see so many men make, and they would look instantly better if they wore clothes that worked with their body type and worked to their advantage and enhanced their features and shape instead of doing the opposite. Wear clothes that work in your favor, not against you. Okay, the next tip I have for you that will make you look better is to find your style, or another term I like to use for this is to sort of find your uniform in a way. This might depend on what you do for a living, what your personal style is, where you live in the world. My uniform sort of changes with the seasons, but I generally know the pieces I need to build an outfit that works for my everyday lifestyle, my personal style, and my body type.
Shoes, dark jeans, black t-shirt that fits well. That is my uniform.
Finding your style or your uniform makes it so much less complicated to put an outfit together.
Damn right.
You don't need to overthink it or complicate things. Find what you like to wear and what is practical for you and your lifestyle. Understanding what you like and developing a uniform around that will help you.
You know what? I wasn't sure how this was going to all turn out, but Courtney did a wonderful job. I think she did a great job on explaining everything and just giving us the correct pointers. Yes, you don't have to do these things. You're a man. If you don't care about your looks, you don't care about attracting the opposite sex, you don't have to. But if you actually want to attract the opposite sex and have a good selection of the opposite sex, you might want to take consideration how you look also.
find what your style is and be able to dress in a way that best represents you. Your style can be a reflection of your personality and interests. And by finding your style, you can express yourself more confidently and authentically.
All right, young guys, I love anime. I love anime as much as you guys. But stop it. With all the anime clothes, stop it. With all the stickers on your cars with anime. You know how many weeby cars I see in LA? I literally see nothing but Subarus with anime stickers all over the place. That's like majority of the cars I see. It's not attractive. It's wonderful that you want to, present your own style and do all these things, but if you actually care about the opposite sex, you're probably not gonna get the most quality women with those types of things. Just to put it out there, you might disagree.
Keeping in mind the practicality too, of course. This can help you build a timeless wardrobe that will serve you well for years to come. It can also save you a ton of time and money by avoiding trends that might quickly go out of style or that just don't work for you. I think when it comes to finding your style, a lot of guys feel like they need to sort of reinvent the wheel or do something very out there or quirky. And it doesn't always need to be that way. This does not need to be complicated. You guys can let me know if you'd be interested, but I could do a video on sort of how to find your style and tips that I would give guys if I was working with them, say one-on-one. I think it's a bit too much for me to include in this video specifically, but if you guys want to see that, I can try to help you down in the comments, or I can just plan to make a dedicated.
If you guys want it, go to her channel, give her some likes and subscribes. Tell her, I want to know about this shit, and I'll cover it.
Video about it if enough of you guys would want to see that. I think it could be helpful, and off the top of my head, I can certainly think of things that I wish I knew when I was sort of going through this myself. So let me know if you guys would want to see that down in the comments. But ultimately, finding your style is going to make you look better because it's going to be authentic, it's going to represent you, you're going to feel more confident, more comfortable, and overall just better about the way that you're showing up to the world. So a win-win all around. And the next thing here that's going to make you look so much better is to take proper care of your clothing. So many guys aren't doing this, and it shows. Taking proper care of your clothing and doing things like steaming or ironing will help create a much more polished and put together appearance. Things like wrinkles and creases can make even the most expensive garments look sloppy and unkempt. I'm excluding linen from this conversation because that's the only thing you can wear with wrinkles that's socially acceptable and doesn't count. You should always pay close attention to the care label that's located inside your garment to make sure that you're doing things correctly. This is going to help you get the most life out of your item and also ensure that it remains in tip-top condition and looking its best. Taking care of your clothes properly and steaming or ironing when necessary can help achieve a more crisp and smooth look that's often associated with well-maintained and high-quality attire, even if it isn't necessarily. And also, don't forget about a lint roller if you have pets.
Nope, she's right. I got a steamer. Like a $25 steamer from Amazon. Put a little bit of water in there, steam the clothes up. It literally just releases all the wrinkles. I don't usually iron because it takes a little bit more time, but the steaming, it's a lifesaver, guys. It's such a big difference. Even if you have any type of wrinkles, just one quick steam, all of it goes away majority of the time.
I don't know if you guys know, but I have a fluffy white ragdoll cat who is cute as can be, but she wreaks havoc on my clothing. So a lint roller is a must. This attention to detail is going to signal a sense of care.
I actually even keep a lint roller in the car.
And refinement, which will enhance the overall impression of sophistication, elegance, and really just make you look better. And if that wasn't enough, properly pressed clothes tend to drape so much better on the body, which will ultimately highlight the garment's design and quality materials and make you look better in the process as well.
Shout out to Courtney Ryan. She's definitely more genuine than most women out there when she's trying to help out men and talking about men's issues. I appreciate her channel. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And catch you guys next time. Ciao.